What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? It has been a while. It's been a while. I was playing around with a new intro and I don't like it. So we just gonna go straight to it.
All
Hopefully y'all
right.
are doing well. It's your boy, man. It's been a while since I seen him. Oh my goodness. I got
Yeah,
warm whenever he hopped on to the link. Boy, I was like, man, my brother's been.
what it do? What it do? It has been a minute, man. How everything been going?
Man, everything is good. It's the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Adrian A. Money Biddle on
Yes,
here, the At the Round Table podcast show.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. And the man over here to
Yeah.
my my other side is the man that serves us right, the conductor himself, CD.
What's going on? What's going on? Deannie, what's going on with you? How you doing?
Yes, ma'am.
Joining us on at the Roundtable Podcast Show. Um, Shameless plug. Deannie, salute. Got you a chef, huh? Okay. We'll talk later. Yeah. Happy for my sis, my cuz. It's good to be starting off 2022 in a positive way.
Always, always. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I guess we need to play a little bit of catch up. So we've
We do.
been absent for what, about a month and a half?
Has it been? Yeah, I think it's been a month and a half. I know right after like around Thanksgiving time, and then we took December because of trying to rebrand and plan and communicate and create some partnerships and all that other stuff. And then the holidays, man. I think the holidays everyone really needed to you know really focus on that because this COVID thing has really messed everything up. So
Oh man, yes, it has thrown a lot of things off. You have to
yeah,
kind of improvise this year with a couple of different things that we would normally do
yeah,
during the holidays, but we may do on our end. Hope everybody did on theirs as well.
yeah, man. Shoot. Shouts out to Jeremiah Hope. What's going on, brother?
Hey, Mr. Hope.
Yes, our brother from up there in the area who had to make a
Mm.
trip up that way. He was saying,
Oh,
"Oh shoot, oh shoot, yeah, Deanne, revamping is a very good thing, very good thing. Matter of fact, our show tonight, hey, we get to even expound a little bit more on that mahogany. What's going
hey,
on?
Hoggy.
Shouts out to Hoggy,
How
sis.
she say it again? How she
Hey
say?
y'all, oh hey everybody." Can't get that pitch, but it's a lot of love and warmth when she says it, boy.
No doubt, no doubt, no
Yeah,
doubt.
shouts out to her and her family, her and her husband. They dealing with this COVID thing as well, man. I'm telling you,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
family, people, if y'all are listening, you got to start being a little bit more careful, and get immunized. So therefore, at least you have a fighting chance or whatever. So I'm glad my sis, you know, doing a little bit better and stuff, and did
Mm-hmm.
that. Had us concerned definitely, and there's some
Yes.
other people that have whole households have gotten it. I've just gotten calls about, and it's like, wow,
Well, we're keeping our family out there in prayer then.
most definitely,
Certainly.
most
It's
definitely.
certainly nothing to be playing with.
Yeah, 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 definitely. So, family, we, as you can see, it's myself and my brother from another mother, but we're missing the one who actually keeps the both of us in line.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
this show may get off the rails in a minute, but
Yeah.
you
But we
know,
hope to have her back very soon.
very soon, Melissa Pitbull in a dress, Bartlett. Again, she's the one that keeps us in order. Unfortunately, she's handling some things as well. That's the thing whenever you're dealing with work and side hustles and things of that nature. You got to be focused on it to give your
Yes.
best. So we
Most
definitely
certainly.
shout her out and look forward to having her back.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Haggy. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
We
Mm-hmm.
appreciate you joining us tonight and stuff. So,
Yes.
A Money,
Yes, sir.
go ahead and not keep the people in suspense. Tonight's topic, go on, drop it on.
Uh, tonight's topic is, what are you doing new for 2022?
Hey,
Hey, that rhyme.
yeah, got bars. Yeah.
Yeah, what are you doing new for 2022? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, well, I'll go ahead and start it off.
Oh
I'll
yeah.
go
Oh
ahead
yeah.
and
You know,
start it
I'm
off.
curious myself, man. You know, you know how you do big
Man,
things.
man. Well, I've been thinking about that topic ever since you brought it up. And you know what, man?
Hmm.
Everybody, me personally, the thing that I would want to do new is to really concentrate on being a better me.
Mm.
You know what? You kind of go into the new year saying what you're gonna do, your endeavors and everything, but it got to start with you as a person first. So, not saying that I'm, you know, there's always room for improvement. So that's what I'm planning on trying to do for 2022 to improve me,
Hmm.
whether it's in doing endeavors or just being a better husband, being a better father, being a better friend, uncle, son,
Hmm.
brother, all of the above, person overall.
Mm.
So that is what I am trying to improve on.
I like that, bro. That's
Thank
powerful right there. That's very good.
thank
That is very good. So, family, again, tonight's topic is how did you say it again? Say that again, bro.
you. What are you doing new for 2022?
All right.
Yes,
So,
sir.
yes, this is your opportunity to chime in and let us know what you're going to do um, in 2022. Shouts out to Bridget Bartlett Royale. Thank you for joining us on that Roundtable Podcast show. Shouts
Thank
out
you.
to Terry
Thank you,
L.
Terry.
Digsby, JL Digsby. Thank you for joining us, my daughter.
Hey, Terry.
Brand new mommy to Colin. You
Mm-hmm.
know, our grandson. He's oh man, just as precious as can be. All our grandkids are precious,
Absolutely.
but he just a cooling and talking to. Oh my goodness, it just melts your heart, man. I'm telling you, make you just want to spoil them all day,
All day long. That's the way it
all day,
is.
all
That's the
day.
way it is.
Yes, sir.
So we want to hear what the people have to say. Share, share, share. What are you going to be doing new for 2022? CD, I noticed you had dropped a post about a week ago, I think, and you
Mhm.
kind of touched on this. I mean, it was passionate, it was thought provoking. You want to share any of that from the post that you dropped?
Um, man, I'm telling you, it was just something. It's something just came up in my spirit to talk about as far as it's a new year, and every time I'm not gonna say every time, but many times when we look at a new year, we always look at it as a start of something. And we
Hmm.
have a tendency to do vision boards, and we have the tendency to, have resolutions and things of that nature. But one of the things that I was challenging people in the post last week was, you know, as far as just you starting right now and doing what you need to do right now. Basically, what are you
Hmm.
waiting on?
Hmm.
A lot of people have a tendency to let excuse hold them back from the potential of doing something great or doing something new that may take them out of their comfort zone, that may take them in a whole different direction that maybe their peers and such don't even want them to go. And
Hmm.
my question was to them was like, what are you waiting on? Um, and it kind of led me to even think about tonight's topic and you know like for 2022 really, you know 2020 came about and everybody was just gung-ho ready for 2020. it
We
was
were.
it,
Hmm.
everybody thought it was going to be the new you know new 10 years of enlightenment, so to speak, or a decade of greatness or whatever it is. And no sooner than we got into it, boom, we got hit with COVID.
Hmm.
As
Hmm.
soon as we got into 2020, it was COVID. And that whole year just really, I think, derailed a lot of people's uh, resolutions, their vision boards, their thought processes. Everyday life just got thrown out the window, and everybody had to regroup. But out of that, though, there were a lot of individuals that say, in spite of the lemons, let me make lemonade. And they started some things. They started, businesses. While other businesses were closing down, they saw an opportunity to get into a market that maybe had not been saturated or had not been really taken a look at, and a lot of people came out of it new in a sense. And I guess that's my thing was last week, and kind of like even going into tonight, because I know for myself, after 2020, it really gave me a time to reflect and ask myself, am I truly living my best life? Am I truly doing everything that I'm supposed to do, everything that I'm charged to do, and being, like you said, working on me? And I can honestly say, after 2020, going through what I went through, when I hit 2021, I kind of did what you just said. And I'm glad you even said that, because I kind of looked at myself and I said, well, what about me? You know, and it kind of leads me into 2022, because like in 2021, it was a period of discovery for myself, and really asking myself, you know, do you really want to do this? Do you really want to do that? Do you really want to affiliate with this person? Do you really want to deal with this person? And do you really see yourself like this next year? So, you know, to me, it's been amazing. To the point which, you know, and I'm sure everybody's seeing me now. They see me post about my artwork and stuff like that. But that had been something that I had gave up, honestly, for about 12 years, 14 years. I gave that up because I was too busy doing other things that made other people happy, but bits and pieces of myself were being lost.
I see.
You
I
know,
see.
so
So, so let me ask you this: with you reclaiming that, did it did it take a little bit? It seems to me like I think some people get content or stagnant. Did it take a little bit of courage or a leap of faith, so to speak, to actually get you back out there to claim that particular gift that you had and to actually en- endeavor it into a business now?
what is it? That's two answers to that question. First, the first answer to it would be I was actually challenged. Shouts out to my wife, Renee, because my wife challenged me, and she saw something that really it prompted her to come to me and say, Kay, that's her name to me. She's calling me that. She says, Kay, you could do a whole lot better than that. Why aren't you doing this? She actually challenged me. And I thought about it. I said, you know what? She's right, because I've done things, and while I'm good at it, I think eventually, and it goes to the second answer to the question, it eventually became a job. And a lot of times when you're doing something that you love, and then it becomes so tedious and it
Yes.
becomes a job, then you don't even want to do it anymore. You're just going through the process, you're going through the motions. And one of the things I can say with this endeavor that I've done graphic arts, I've done such and such, I sketch, I've done all this stuff, but I never really put it out there to say, y'all, this is what I really do. This is what I really went to school for. This is what I was doing since 7. This is what I was doing, and my pieces are in New York, Chicago, or whatever, by the age of 15, 16. But this is what I'm going to do. And I said that to myself because after she challenged me, and then I said to myself, when I do this, it will not become mundane. It will be something that I will truly love until I go on to glory. And I think that's what a lot of people get afraid of when they start something new. They get afraid of, the work that comes into it, but then also they get afraid of, well, what if it becomes too much for me? I can't do it. I won't be able to handle it. That's the wrong mindset you need to have. If it's something that you truly love, do it, but don't let it overtake you. Like that old saying, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. You don't have to take it
True.
all in at one time. You just
True that.
take your time. You pace yourself. You plan to learn, and then you learn to plan. And it still becomes a love for you. And I think that's what I've gotten out of this, going into 2022, to the point which, Renee is like, okay, you're gonna have to do something. You got about 60 or 70 pieces of art all over downstairs and blah blah. You got to do something. So then I said, well, you know what? Instead of me just doing it, let me share it. And then that's how it kind of catapulted itself to where it is right now. I was out and about today, delivering artwork and stuff during my lunchtime. And it was great, to be able to communicate and talk to people about it and just
Yes.
hear their impressions and expressions about it. So yeah, I mean, 2022, I think is going to be an interesting year for many of us. But we just got to get out of that mindset of being fearful and just
Mm,
be faithful.
boy, well said.
Oh, thanks, man. Came off the top of my head. Terry says she's going to be working on health and wealth.
It's all right. That is
Beautiful.
all right, Terry.
Yes,
Have
yes,
you
yes.
have you started yet?
Yeah, Terry, have you started yet? Shouts out to Tangi. Good
Hey, Tange.
evening, Tangi. How are you? Guys, it's been so long. We got to chat. We got to chat, Tangi. We really do. I miss our talks.
Mhm.
Um,
Now that's somebody who loves her profession right there. She is excellent at it.
and motivator too. That's the one thing I can say about Tangi is that when she and I have done a lot of work together, and the things that she do and just her mindset, it's amazing the things that she comes up with right off the top of her head that
Hmm.
gets you to like saying, "Ooh," it pulls you in,
Yes.
and then she encourages you and pushes you. And I think that's another thing that I would challenge a lot of people for 2022. Stop getting people that give you pat on the backs, but get more people that push you.
Hmm.
Because so
Hmm.
many people, again, they get these vision boards and they get these, and don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking the vision boards, but I'm just saying from what I've seen, because I've spoken at events in which, people are really, they're wanting vision boards and they're wanting New Year's resolutions. And, you get in and it's like a high fever pitch and everybody's energetic and everybody's going to do this. They're going to go sign up for the gym. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. But if you don't have somebody who holds you accountable, an accountability partner who pushes you to do better,
Hmm.
then all those words and all those things really don't mean anything. You've got to have somebody to really give you those hard truths. If you're
Hmm.
going to be successful, if you're going to reach that goal, whether it be losing weight, whether it be starting a new business, whether it be uh, changing your whole lifestyle, getting a better mate, whatever it is,
Yes.
in 2022, you need somebody to hold you accountable.
Very good point. Certainly a very good point. And it makes sense too. It does actually keep you on pace and on track to actually accomplish that goal that you have if you have somebody that's challenging you all the time. So
Mm-hmm.
that's an excellent point.
And one of the things I was just talking to Renee about, and it was funny because, she's made a change in her life as well going into 2022 that really just, I'm so proud of her. I'm just so proud of her. You just don't know. My heart is just overflowed with seeing her potential and what she's about to do. And my thing is, we were just talking just yesterday during lunch, and I told her that not only is accountability important, but to have a mentor. A lot of times people don't even think about it. You're never too old to have a mentor or have somebody that can shed a little light on a situation or an area that you may be interested in. And it
Mhm.
doesn't matter. You could be 50 some years old and still find a mentor, and that mentor can be in their 20s or 30s. If they are
Mhm.
affluent in that area of expertise that you are looking at, or whatever it is okay. It is a must to have a mentor.
Agree. Agree. You can never learn everything, so
Mm-hmm.
it's good to get different aspects on other people's perspectives and visions or views on things that you like doing. So yeah, that's another good point.
Mm-hmm. Shouts out to Hoggy. She said, "My husband and I are starting a new business venture." Go ahead, sis.
Ah,
Yeah,
congratulations. Congratulations. We're gonna claim that.
claim it
Success.
definitely.
Success.
And it's so amazing too that when couples um, go into something together,
Mm-hmm.
uh, a lot of I've heard some people who say, "Well, I can't work with my wife or I can't work with my husband." I think you I think you can, but I think you have to define the roles, and I think you have to understand that it's a true partnership.
Absolutely.
And when you both get together and you both on one accord, it's amazing what you can accomplish. I can honestly say, in everything that I do, my wife is my silent partner, and she's my biggest critic, and she's also my biggest cheerleader, you know. And I think, you know, when you're a partner in an endeavor, whether it be, you know, radio, TV, you know, a restaurant, whatever the case may be, you can hold each other accountable, and you can encourage each other, and you can actually have pretty much the same thought process on certain things, and that way, you know, oh, this is going to get done because we're both looking at the same vision.
Mm-hmm.
So shouts out to Hagi and
Yeah.
Anani in regards to that. I think it's going to be amazing.
And quick question, Hagi, is the business a passion that both of you have, or is it something that you have dealings in or had dealings in before to actually attract you to, or was it something just brand new and both of y'all came together to actually take on this new challenge?
Trav Perry, the man. Yes.
What's up, Trav?
What's going on? Good to see you, man. Good to see you.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
go and drop some knowledge for us. We're talking about 2022, man. What you gonna do in
What you gonna?
2022? What's gonna be different? What's gonna be monumental? What's gonna be the thing that catapults you into success, or something that gets you back on line and to where you're supposed to be? What is it? Go ahead and share it with us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Throwing something else out there too, CD.
What's that?
Now, even though we done discussed this a couple of times, even though the pandemic has been a curse, it also has been a time of awakening and
Mhm.
recognition. Things that I had, me personally, and I'm sure a lot of our family out there had the opportunity just to take time out, maybe being able to work from home
Mhm.
and being able to know the stuff that you would miss out on a daily basis by commuting back and forth to work, being around with your family more, notice and taking time out to just breathe and smell the roses. And that
Mm.
was another thing that I was going to be making myself sure to do more of this year, is taking time and just take time out and just pay attention to the little things.
Mhm.
It's so many things like sitting out on your patio and just listening to, if you ever just listen to birds chirp. I know it's
Nah, go ahead.
it sounds simple, but you don't really, me personally, I never really, you hear it but you don't listen.
Right.
It's almost songful. It's little things like that. Just taking in little things that you really overlook a lot of times because you're always busy. You're always on the move and things of
Yeah.
that nature. So that is certainly another endeavor I'm looking forward to actually making happen.
I like that, bro. That's good right there. That's very, very good right there. You hit a key point as far as just paying attention, you know, and
Yes.
sitting still.
Yes.
So Hagi said it was actually something my husband decided he wanted to get into, and he's very excited about it. I know he will be successful with anything he puts his mind to, so I'm supportive. Go
There
ahead,
you go.
Hagi.
There you go.
See, that's God, you gotta love it. Well, when you
Ooh,
got an amazing woman right beside you,
give me the chills.
woo, you can conquer the world, bro. I'm
Yeah,
telling you.
co-owners. There ain't nothing like having your spouse's back in any endeavor that he or she decides to do.
Yes, indeed.
Congratulations again.
Yes,
Appreciate you
indeed.
sharing.
Hmm. So yeah, family. Again, we're talking about 2022. You know, we came into it, and it was interesting because, you know, I don't know about y'all, but when New Year's Eve, Renee and I were in the house. Nothing new. A lot of times for New Year's, we're always in the house. Um, but what we did notice was, you know, we a lot of times when they dropped the ball, you know, in New York and in Atlanta and stuff, and how it used to be a lot of big pomp and circumstance around it, and a lot of people traveling for it and stuff, you know, and
Mm-hmm.
you got to see on TV how the numbers weren't there, and a lot of people were being mindful of not going there, and some things were shut down because, you know, everybody was being, again, cognitive of COVID.
Mm,
But I think it was interesting because at that time, what we brought in the new year, you know, hey, glass of bubbly, you know, Moscato or sparkling grapefruit, grape juice, or whatever sort. but it allowed us the opportunity to kind of chit chat, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what we were doing even prior to, you know, ringing in a new year. It was that, as well as, you know, just spending some quality time with each other and kind of like just enjoying the moment,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
because tomorrow was not promised to any of us. So just to be able to just sit and talk and say, you know, hey, this is going to happen come January 1, you know, are you ready? I'm ready. What about you? Yeah. And just really just getting in tune with each other, being on one
Mm-hmm.
accord, I think was amazing.
Yes, that is. That is when you're attuned like that.
Ooh, Phil, what's going on? That's my, hey, I'm shouting out my cousin. I love this girl to death right here because she's amazing. So she said, and Phil, I'm reading this now. 2022, I walked out of a position I held for 14 years. The entire time, I was just getting that pat on the back, but pulled down negatively in silence, overlooked for positions that I tower over. I opened my eyes and moved my feet. I have been happy ever since. Better pay, more time with my family, and getting that feeling back to loving what I do. Come on, somebody.
Congratulations.
Congratulations,
Congratulations.
cuz. Come on, somebody. That is, boy, I got the chills off of that right there.
Hmm. Yeah, that's pretty much telling as far as what you were speaking on earlier about
Yep,
taking that leap of faith.
yep,
Taking
yep.
that leap of
Sometimes you
faith.
got to.
Yes.
Sometimes you got to.
Yes.
Trav said, idea projections and solutions, moral behavior and attitude training, overstanding consultant of sincere endeavor.
Mm.
Woo, there you go.
Mm.
I told y'all. Man, Trav,
Brother right there, the brother right there.
he is. He is. Man, I need you to send me your schedule for the next 2 months so we can get you on here again. We're gonna go ahead and schedule you. We need more people to hear those words.
Very positive, brother. Very
Yeah.
positive.
And I think it's interesting going back to what Phil was talking about, as far as stepping out on faith and stuff, because here's the irony. And then I'm going to go ahead and be totally transparent as well. A Money, you know this, but a lot of people don't know it as well. But okay, so history, y'all. A Money and I, we worked together. We used to work together, rather. And ironically enough, what she just mentioned, my cousin just mentioned, I did the very same thing May of 2021.
Mm.
And I had to do stepping out on faith, and I had to leave a position that I had been with for quite some time, overlooked, not really getting the full gist of, you know, if I really going to have tenure here, if I will be able to even bring more to the table, so to speak. Um, as well as there were some family issues that I had to help take care of as well. So I prayed about it and stepped out there and stuff. So I did the very same thing.
Mm.
And I think it's interesting because a lot of times we, as Adrian just mentioned earlier, we get stagnant. We get complacent in Zion. In other words, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm comfortable. I don't have to do but this. But at the same time, I'm missing this. And we get so complacent that we miss out on potential blessings.
Mm.
And I'm glad she posted that, because it's something that I had to do, and it is something that in 2022 I'm hoping other people will realize as well, that you know there's so much that you can do. Your worth is amazing. People really got to start understanding that their worth is amazing, and
Mm.
it should not be uh pressed down. It should not be diminished. You should not have to speak less than what you are. You really have to start being the best you if you
Mm-hmm.
want to have the best for you.
One more time, bro. One more time.
I don't know if I can do it again, man. It just came on my head. No, but seriously,
Yeah.
you have to have the best. You have to be the best for you
Mm-hmm.
in order
Mm-hmm.
to have the best for you.
Absolutely.
So in other words, don't diminish yourself. Don't allow yourself to be less than, or how somebody said this to me one time, and it was the funniest thing. It was like, sometimes you can have a college education, but you got to talk like you educating sixth graders.
Hmm.
and I didn't get it. But then I did get it when I started, working in certain places and stuff. And it's like, if you know your worth and you know that God has blessed you with an abundance of intelligence and talent, you should not have to hide that talent under a rock in order to appease other people. Otherwise, matter of fact, read the Bible. It'll tell you about the talents.
Mm-hmm.
And one person used his up, one went and did his this, and another person went and put his under a rock and didn't do anything. And the master came back and asked him, "Where's yours?" And he said it was under the rock. And if you have a talent, don't be meager about it. Don't be mediocre. That's the thing I think we do a lot of times. We're mediocre,
Mm.
but we're masterful. Don't be mediocre. Be masterful. Hey, Tanya Bellamy. Oh, that's another family member of mine. Love this girl right here, boy. From the G.
Oh, really?
Yes, indeed.
G Dogs.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, man. Mm-hmm.
So, hey, Money,
Yes,
talk to
sir.
him, man. Talk to me. Because I know without a shadow of a doubt, you shared with me something. I'm trying to think of the words of how you said it. Because you and I have a lot of deep talks. That's the one thing I can honestly say, that in spite of me leaving, we still have those conversations that are meaningful. Matter of fact,
Yeah.
that's what it was. I was going to ask that question with you, as
Mm-hmm.
far as how important is it for us today to have connections like that?
Whew. But that's a good question. It, that CD is very important. It is so important. I'm trying to see if I can put it in context because being able to connect with somebody like-minded and gain knowledge or perspective, it actually enriches you as a person.
Mm,
It's a back and forth thing. Like you said, iron sharpens iron, and um, using you in this context, I done learned a lot stuff that I'd even never anticipated on even trying to endeavor in. I done saw myself and seen myself actually do stuff that I didn't even anticipate. So having somebody like that you can actually uh, communicate with
mm,
and gain knowledge from, it's almost like a mentor, like you were stating earlier, to push you, not necessarily push you, but actually introduce you to things that you may not have actually seen yourself to be able to do or think that you could do. So
mm.
that's a good question, and I'm glad that you posed that. And I think that is very important to have an individual, and you probably are people out there probably already do, but not really taking full advantage of it. But
Gotcha.
yeah, I think that can go a long way in the successes that's out there waiting on you.
Yeah. And the reason why I asked that question, because I thought about Melissa years ago when we met Melissa,
Mm-hmm.
and when we went on this path of at the Roundtable Podcast Show. And I kid you not, I had gotten, well, we've been doing it for quite some time, you and I. And during that time, I think I had gotten a bit complacent, you know, as each year rolled around.
Mm-hmm.
But when Melissa came in, it was like a shot of adrenaline. I'm
Yes.
going I'm gonna put it out there,
Yeah.
because she challenged us on many facets of it, and there were things that she brought to the table that was amazing. And it
Mm-hmm.
made it kind of jump started everything, to be honest with you. So when I think about Mel, and I think about our time together, and this is even besides the show, but just in our personal lives, it's that shot of adrenaline. It's that energy that we look forward to every time we talk with her. It's those interactions that we have, and I learn a lot from her as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, what you were saying, I think it's just amazing. It's right along the line with what I was thinking in regards to her as well, and you. So I think that's pretty cool right there. Oh, Trav said, that's what I said in 2022. I am being unapologetic about the powers invested in me.
Absolutely.
Goodness,
Absolutely.
That's that hero. That's that hero,
Absolutely.
y'all.
Claim that thing, my brother. Claim it.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But yeah,
And
man. And I think 2022, it's going to bring a lot of new things to many of us. I know from a family's point of view, to in our, where we work at,
mhm,
to just when we steal away from work and from our side hustles and from, individuals. I love what you had said as far as just the me part, you know, investing in me. Because I think, with everything going on today, I think somebody had said it the other day when I was somewhere and they were like talking about watching the news and everything and stuff. They say it just wear you down. It just get on you. It just get on you like a big, thick, wet coat. And, it's
it
just heavy,
does. It
you know?
does.
And it's
Yes.
just, just one of those things in which, sometimes I find myself, I have to steal away. And I just don't want to get on social media. I don't want to touch anything. I
Mm-hmm.
just want it to be me and me alone. And a lot of times, a lot of people don't understand that,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that sometimes it's okay for your friend or your sister or your aunt or your cousin or your dad or your mom or whoever, give them that moment to
Yes.
just steal away.
Yes. Oh boy, that hit home right there. That certainly hit home. I have been experiencing that since probably since around Christmas,
Mhm.
and you just been on a little slight sabbatical from social media as well, and just like when we were trying to schedule the show tonight, and you mentioned that in a post that we were going to be doing this, and you were saying put it in a post, but then I thought about it. I said, you know what, I haven't. I try to go on. I may go on there every now and then, just like one or two things, and then I'm off. I
Mhm.
I I certainly that one right there hit home. You do actually need to take that time, that peace away, just to as for lack of better words, just escape. Use it as an escape to actually gather your thoughts,
Mhm.
uh, and eliminate all that negativity that you hear on the news all the time too. So yeah, it is almost like it is heavy news
Mhm.
too. I don't even hardly watch that anymore. But just taking time away and actually investing in yourself and giving yourself that peace of mind goes a long way.
Yeah. And I learned that a long time ago as well, man. It was interesting because I was doing some studies some years back, and a lot of people don't understand how important. Okay, so as an analogy, we are banks. If you really think about it, we are banks. And somebody
Hmm.
said, well, what are you talking about? We are banks. Okay, think about how much withdrawals that are made when people come to you.
Mm,
I could come to you and say, hey, money, can you help me with this? You'd be like, CD, I got you. Sure. Then
mm,
somebody else come behind me and says something to you. Hey, money, can you do this? And then another person, hey, money, can you do that? And it's just a lot of withdrawals.
yes.
And we have a tendency to not look at the deposits that need to be made.
Mm,
And that's why it's so important for us to be able to take some time out. We have to recharge. We have to be able
mm,
to get our bearings. We have to get our minds right. We have to get our spirits right in
yes.
order to be able to come back and be effective as husbands, to be effective as fathers, to be effective as friends, to be effective as brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews, grandmas, grandpas, heck, the mailman, whatever. We need those opportunities to just be able to steal away in order to
Hmm.
get re-energized and get back into quote unquote the fight, which is called life.
Yes.
So yeah, if and I think a lot of times, and I did this with you without noticing. I assumed that you had been on Facebook. Did not know you took a sabbatical. So by me doing that, a lot of times people have a tendency to do the same thing. They assume that you see this or you're able to do this or whatever. And I think, for 2022, maybe one of the things we as individuals can do is not assume
Mm, yeah.
and just
Yes.
take a moment
Yes.
before you think that person is going to do this for you or be available for you or whatever. Take a moment and say, hey, how you doing? You all right? You good?
Mm,
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I
Mm-hmm.
just wanted to check because I had something I wanted to kind of like relay to you, but I wanted to make sure because I didn't want to take up your time. I didn't want to do this. A lot of times we have a tendency, we just run in there and we just
Yes.
instantaneously just know this person's going to do this for me. This person, I remember one time, funny story. I remember one time I had actually went and had surgery. It was the funniest thing. I had surgery and I came home and Renee had got me into the bed and I was resting
Mm-hmm.
and I got a call from someone and they asked me had I finished a particular project. And I
Hmm.
could have sworn I had relayed to people that I was going to be out because of surgery for about a week.
Mm-hmm.
But that person immediately hit me the day in which I actually got home from surgery. So
Wow.
I said, hold on. And this is where I messed up. I said, hold on. And I finished the project and got it to them while I was in bed after anesthesia.
Mm.
I set the tone by doing that. So then people just automatically assume that all I got to do is call and it'll get done.
Yes.
For 2022, two things need to happen. Not only do people need to say, hold up, wait a minute, let me not just jump in there and assume, but we have to be better gatekeepers of ourselves and say, no, this is what's
Well,
going
sir.
on. I need this moment. I'll get back to you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I see a lot of people, I've seen a lot of successful people who have allowed themselves to have those type of safeguards up. So therefore they don't get overwhelmed, their spirits don't get diminished as well. And I think a
Mm.
lot of times in order to be successful, you have to have certain boundaries set up.
Yes. Well, that's a very good point. Being better stewards of your time.
Yes, yes, because you just don't know. I mean, time is valuable. Time is so valuable. I remember talking to a lawyer one time, and the lawyer called the lawyer, and the lawyer said, "Well, hold on one second." And he got off the phone with the other person,
Mm-hmm.
and then got on the phone with me. I then realized that his time is valuable because as soon as he hung up with that person, that clock stopped. He got on with me, the clock started,
So.
and those
Mm-hmm.
dollars started adding up.
Yes.
So if we have that type of mentality, I think that would be very helpful. That we have to understand our time is very precious. Our time is very valuable. What we do in this lifetime, you can't get back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. A very good analogy. That is a very good analogy right there, my friend. Yes.
So
Stewards
family,
of time.
yeah, family, we talking about 2022. What are you going to do? What's going to be different for you in 2022? What can you see yourself doing this year that you did not do last year? Or what will you accomplish this year? Or better yet, here's a good question. What will you get rid of in 2022?
What would you get rid of in 2022? That's a good
Yeah.
one. What would you get rid of in 20? Hey, uh, I can answer that right now.
Okay.
It's gonna be hard,
Uh-huh.
and I have a passion for this.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm at least being not trying to be funny and trying to be funny at the same time. I'm gonna cut down on my
Mm-hmm.
swine intake.
Oh.
Yes, 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 yes.
Oh.
I'm gonna set a goal.
You'll set a go.
If yes, cut in half my swine intake. And so far this year,
Mm-hmm.
I think about it. I think we only had the swine one time, and that was when I found those delicacies that we like to call chitterlings. But ever since then, pretty much had pretty much headed out of the way, man. I haven't really fooled with it, and I know that you know being on the serious part that it does have health effects on you. So that is something that I am wanting to cut out, if not
Mm.
altogether, at least start making plans to reduce the intake of that.
There you go. There you go, man. I'm proud
Yeah,
of you. I'm proud of you.
I
You can do it, man.
appreciate
I have faith that you can do that.
I appreciate that. Now, uh, oh
Good one, time.
Yes, useless things, people, the ones that drain you. That is so true.
Very much so. Gosh, God, that's a good one right
So
there.
how do you do that? Do you
Yeah,
just, I mean, do you abruptly cut them off, or do
I
you
think it
just,
depends on the person.
uh-huh.
I think it depends. I think it depends on the person that you're going to do it to, and I think it depends on you as the individual because
Mm,
some people aren't built to cut things off, you know.
yes, yes.
But I think when somebody say enough is enough, then they can do. I think they can do it. When you get frustrated enough and you get tired of dealing with the same old thing, I think you probably could just cut them off. And,
Hmm. I know I had a situation like that a couple of years ago. An associate of mine would call. Don't when the when he would call, it
mm,
was always in need of something.
mm,
Never asking, "Hey, how's the family doing?" or just
right,
calling to just check in. It was
right.
always a need. It was always a reason for him calling that would benefit him. So, in touching on how she stated that cutting off people that drain you, I and almost harping back to what you were saying is what you allow to take place.
Hmm.
I was that type of person that would, entertain it or help them out whenever I could. But at some point, man, it started to build up because when you see the number pop up on your phone, you already know what it is. And I blame me partly for it because
Hmm.
I let it go on so long, and I was just waiting on it. Soon the individual asked for a favor. I blew
Mm,
up. I
mm,
blew up. You'll never call just to see how me and my family doing. And now when I call you, I'm doing that. I'm giving you an example of, you know, calling you, how you and your family and everything. So yeah, and it shouldn't get to that point.
right.
So again, touching back on what you were saying, being better stewards of your time, and it is so important, and pretty much knowing your worth and not allowing certain things to take place.
I know that's right. Tanya says, "Stay too busy when they call or need take for granted that they can continually depend on you."
Yes.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That there
Mm-hmm.
are people in the world that don't understand that we live in a world of exchange.
Mm-hmm.
You know, uh, and I'm not talking about monetary. I'm talking about
Yes.
just a simple exchange.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
I'm fine. How are you? Not always individuals that either running with their hand out or knowing that you are the source to take care of all of their woes. It can't be
Mm.
that way. And it is unfortunate. There are some people in this world that are like that, and then they
Mm-hmm.
wonder why that the relationship that you two may have is not strong as the relationship you may have with someone else.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It's mind-boggling to me a lot of times when they can't understand that. And it kind of leads me to the statement to people for 2022: reassess your circle of influence.
Hmm.
Somebody posted sometime last year, as a matter of fact, posted on Instagram. They made this funny comment. They said their circle is so small that it's almost like a ring finger. And I didn't get it, but then I laughed about it because I was like, I see exactly what you're talking about.
Yes.
And it's funny because I was actually talking to Renee about this yesterday. That if you really want to understand the context of an individual, look at their circle of influence. Look at the individuals that they align themselves with. And a lot of times that could give you the telltale sign of who they are and what they're capable of doing and stuff. Amber, what's going on? She
Hey,
said,
Amber.
Amber done dropped it. Oh my goodness. She done dropped it. Love your hair, Amber. Shouts out to your hair. She said, I am an abrupt type of cut off person in any situation. Anyone who knows me, just knows they are on a short leash when it comes to my attention and good heart, due to others using and abusing my kindness.
mm,
2022, I'm just saying no.
mm, mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed.
Yes. Yes.
Tanya said, right.
Right.
Remember, said my circle is so small, I almost cut myself out. Oh, am I supposed to be? Oh,
Yeah, you supposed to
that's a
be
good one.
involved in this. Yeah, that
That's a
was
good
a
one.
good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, a lot of times, man, I'm telling you, you can, they say birds of a feather flock together.
Yes.
That's an old saying. And then there was another one in which they said if you're in a room with 10 people and you're the smartest person in that room, you
Mm,
need to get out of that room and
yes.
go to another one
Mm-hmm.
where you're not the smartest person,
Yes.
because that will help
Yes.
elevate you.
Absolutely.
Can't be a big fish in a small pond all the time.
That's right. That's right. That's so true. That's so true.
Trying to think, what am I going to cut out?
Yeah. What are you going to cut out?
I think for me, if I'm going to cut anything out, I think I'm going to cut out. Renee got on me about this a couple of weeks ago, and it was basically me standing firm on my worth, and basically it was in my endeavor and stuff. But a lot of times she said, you know what? Sometimes you just, you know, learning how to say no,
Mm-hmm.
standing firm,
Mm-hmm.
you
Mm-hmm.
know, um,
Yes.
because I found myself in the past being that type of person which I run myself ragged, and when I do run myself ragged, a lot of times that's it. I'm done. I'm wasted, and she's there to pick up the pieces a lot of times.
Mm.
And I've got to learn how to allocate and how to say no. I think that's going to be one of the things if I'm gonna get rid of something, I'm gonna get rid of always being the savior or being there, and kind of like being the guy that just kind of like plays the back and just chill. You know.
Mm. Yeah, that's a good one, man. And it sounds like as well as you and well as the rest of our family, I can already tell off of that statement of just learning how to say no. There's some good natured people out here that's wanting to do good for others. But as you stated earlier, man, you can't keep withdrawing like you use the analogy of a bank account, and you can't just keep withdrawing and not actually depositing back into that individual.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it, and I think too, and I think a lot of that comes from too, again, our circle of influence, who we're around. Because if you're
Hmm.
around a good core group of people, they're always going to be the type of people that are going to encourage you. They're going to uplift you. They're not going to sugarcoat anything.
Yes,
They're going to have your best interests at heart, and they're going to get you where you need to be, because they know if I get you where you need to be, you're going to pull us up as well, and
that's
vice
right.
versa.
That's right.
So that's why that circle of influence is very important. The people that you align yourselves with, I'm telling you, can either make or break you. And when you see that certain individual, again, it's like that old saying, as far as the weakest link in a chain,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you really need to start looking at, all of us need to start looking for those weak links and trying to remove it, because you just don't know when that individual, while they may tell you they have your best interest at heart, they have some ulterior motives and stuff, and they be the one that caused your downfall. So I think a
Yes.
lot of times we need to start looking at that.
Yes. That's so true. Mm-hmm. Good point. Good point. So, man, wish we had a little bit more time because I wanted to know what our family has been up to since our absence too.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's a good question. Hey guys, if y'all are on here and stuff, what would y'all like to see here? And what can we do to get y'all on here? Because I was hoping we get somebody to join us live on here and kind of like, just drop some knowledge and just let them run the show in a sense. I would love to have somebody just come in and be like, okay,
Yeah.
this is my show, and I'm gonna talk about da da da, da, or I think this topic. And I'll be like, yeah, go right ahead.
Yeah, that's a good idea, man. Because it is the people's podcast.
It's the People's
Yeah.
Podcast. It's the
Hmm.
People's Podcast. Hey, Queen City Awards just happened just over the weekend, man.
Oh, did it?
Yes, it did. We didn't
Hmm.
get we didn't get the award, but that's all right.
That's all right.
That's all
That's all
right. We
right.
got some votes.
Oh, we did.
We did
Well,
get votes.
well,
Yes,
thank
yeah,
you, thank you,
we
thank
got
you,
votes. We
thank you,
got
family.
nominated and we got voted on, but we didn't get
But
the award this year. But that's okay. It's coming.
oh yeah,
Oh, it's
oh
coming.
yeah, oh yeah, that's coming. Just to been acknowledged with our family out there voting for us. That means a lot in itself. Almost more than winning an award.
It does. It really does. And shouts out to all the winners of the Queen City Awards. I heard it was an amazing event, and a lot of people came out. And I think it was well needed, as because of everything that had been going on with COVID. It had gotten canceled at first last year. It was supposed to happen last year, but then they were able to move it to another venue and such, and it turned out amazing. Um, Shout out to Chuck Brown, who was actually who I think he presented an award and did an amazing job as well. I've been trying to
Oh,
take a
nice,
look at some of the footage and everything. Brandon Chuck Brown,
nice.
he is amazing. The
Yeah,
work that he does in the community and stuff.
he certainly is a talent and a good community activist as well.
Yeah, but yeah, man, I'm telling you, it feels weird. I ain't gonna lie. I miss Melissa.
Oh
I
yeah,
miss her,
yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah.
Where's she at, man? She gonna be like them
Hey,
boys.
man, everybody brings something special to the show. Even our
Yeah.
family out there who joins us weekly to bring in their comments and suggestions. With her in particular, though, is you pretty much summed it up. It's like a shot of adrenaline. It's almost like your little baby sister or something. But
Yeah, man.
just the camaraderie that we have, yeah, is do feel a little naked and right now without her. But
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
yeah. Hopefully, again, she'll be back sometime soon. We know she's doing good work right now.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. Shout out to Charlie too. Charlie had I didn't see her post. Usually she's dropping, that those knowledge nuggets as well and such. But
Hmm.
Charlie has really helped the At the Roundtable podcast show in so many ways.
Yes,
And
she
you know,
is.
it's just amazing. I got a chance to chit chat with her over the holidays. When she was in the QC, and it's just amazing her perception and things that she brought to my eyes about the show and the things that we're doing, and it lets us know. I can honestly say that we're on the right path. So, shouts out to Charlie regarding.
All right, Charlie. All
Yeah.
right. Yes, man. Yeah.
Well, man, it's getting close to that time. I guess any closing thoughts or words. A Money, you have that way. Like the
Oh
Diggins
man.
do in
Oh
church.
man. I feel a little rusty right now, man. I'm trying to, I'm trying to still trying to get my bearings. Closing thoughts. Whatever you set your mind to do,
Mhm.
as far as your endeavors, stick with it, claim it, go for it. Don't let anything deter you from it. If it's
Mhm.
a true passion, if it's a true gift that you want to share with this world that God has blessed you with, you can do no wrong in following that path to share it with the world. That's what He had provided you that gift to do.
Mhm.
So in
Mhm.
2022, stick with your proposals and make it happen.
I told y'all. I told you, boy. Hey, Money
Nah,
be bringing, boy.
nah, man, that's you. That's you.
Hey, hey, I was saying just like this, boy. I started reading in my pocket about to pull that 10 out now.
Oh man.
Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Okay, I'm not there. Yeah. Nothing going in the collection plate right now. Wait.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it has been fun, man, and I appreciate, and I sure I'll speak on your behalf too. People coming in and supporting us again. And shoot, before we go, you give your closing thoughts, my brother.
Oh man, shoot! I think I probably have talked enough. The only thing I can say is, man, it's just I just hope that 2022 allows us the opportunity to be better individuals.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
Again, we came out of a pandemic, and it threw the country, actually the world, for a loop.
Yes.
And then after that, we found ourselves at odds with each other. Matter of fact, we're at odds with each other now. What has originally been noted as a cure, I think, has now even became a virus. And you may say, well, CD, what are you talking about? This whole thing about being vaccinated and, masks and things of that nature, it turned ugly and it became a more political
Mm-hmm.
tool.
Mm-hmm.
It's caused, and it was because of certain individuals. Then you flash forward to January 6th of 2021. Um,
Hmm.
we found ourselves in 2021 being divided. We found ourselves at odds with each other. We found ourselves hearing things out of people's mouths that
Hmm.
just totally took us unaware, and it made us question the intent of those individuals. I'm hoping and praying that 2022 will allow us the opportunity to kind of like bridge that gap and be better individuals
Yes.
and put aside this negativity and the backbiting and the it's just so much that has happened. My daughter said it best when she said, "I'm just afraid for my babies."
Hmm.
And it really hit home, because again, it's like this is not the society that we would want to bring children into,
No,
nor the legacy we want to leave our children's children.
that's right.
So I would just hope that each person, if you're watching the show, if you could just do something a little bit better. Or as someone said just the other day on a t-shirt, and I wanted to buy that t-shirt. I should have got it. It was on sale. But I didn't, because I was trying to be mindful of money. I said to myself, I'm not going to be spending a lot of money in 2022. But the t-shirt said, leave the world a better than it was when you got here.
Mm.
And I said, wow.
Mm. That's it, man.
Hey, Charlie.
There she go.
There she go. Her hair. I swear that
Yeah.
hair is fire. But yeah,
Thank you, Amber. Thank you.
yeah. I think if we can just do a little bit better, you know,
Hmm.
while we're here.
Yes. So it's never going to be publicized as far as the positive things that you can do as an individual, and really it's not meant to be publicized as well. But just know that God sees you, and
Mm.
anything that you do to help your fellow man or woman, it'll come back tenfold to you. That's that should be your motivation right there.
Amber said 2022 bring back the unity to our community.
That's right. That's right.
Very
Ah,
well said.
shoot. That matter of fact, Amber, we might have to use that as our motto right there. I like that one.
I like that. Yeah, she dropped some jewels, boy.
Yeah.
She be dropping some stuff, man. I'm telling you, that's a talented sister right there. I'm telling
Hmm. Hmm.
you, man. Might have to get her and Charlie and a couple others. We need to go ahead and do
Come
this Black
on.
Hollywood Square and
That's
just
right.
just have a good
That's
time on here with everybody.
that's right.
She cutting her hair.
What?
What?
Ah,
In the immortal words. Nah, I ain't gonna do it. I'm
you
not
ain't
gonna
gonna
do
do it.
it.
You
I'm
ain't
not
gonna
gonna
do
do
it.
it. Come on,
Sleep,
son.
sleep on that a little longer, Charlie.
Yeah. Come
Sleep
on,
on
son.
that a little
You ain't
longer.
need to cut that. Nah.
Hmm.
Oh, but yeah. But yeah, man. Amazing show, y'all. Thank y'all once again for
Thank you.
yes. We love it. We gonna we getting back into the grind. And again, the invitation is out there once again. If you like to be on the show, all we gotta do is just open the door. You can come on in, like A Money said. Come on in.
They must think we playing CD. When
Hey,
we say that it is an open door policy, it is an open door policy. Again, this is your show. You want to come on with us? Come on
mhm.
in.
Yes,
Come
sir.
on in.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Charlie said she bored with it again. Her hair.
Oh, huh. I wonder what Melly Mel was saying that.
Yes, I wonder that too. Yes. Wish she
Hmm.
was here to kind of like say something, but
Yeah,
hey, for all we know, she might have cut hers. I don't know.
true. But
Yeah.
sleep on it. Sleep on it. Sleep on it, Charlie. Sleep on it.
Sleep on it, Charlie.
Yes.
But again, my friends, we've got to go. It's that time in which we hate to do, but we know we got to do. If you get a chance, please share the show with everyone. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your thoughts. Thank you for sharing it. Thank you for being a part of a positive endeavor, which we call At the Roundtable Podcast Show. Again,
Mm-hmm.
it's the People's Podcast, and y'all make it happen.
All right.
We will see y'all later.
All right. Be good. God bless.